results, performances. We know it's below our standard, and we'll continue to work with to try to fight through it. I know the disappointments there with these players, with the fans, and that's the way it should be. We're not getting it done at the moment.
Pat, it's been rare for you guys to go back-to-back games for scoring. Where are you seeing the offensive disconnect?
Yeah. I think we're lacking some patience. I think maybe you can feel or sense it's building up where we're not getting results at home, and that's typically what we've done, and just rushing some plays. They defended very well, so that was a part of it, and defended the box well. But I think we can be more patient in the next pass and get a little bit closer to goal and running harder to goal and causing more problems.
Last week we spoke to Nick Hagler, and he described it as your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Do you see that as being maybe an apt description of how tonight went as well?
In parts of our game, for sure. The goal we conceded in the New York City and in this one is a little bit naive in how we're trying to find space to bypass some of the pressure and the lack of connection on the decisions. The two goals are momentum killers for sure, and certainly avoidable. So, that's on me too. It's got to be. We should be able to eliminate that. And so, like I said, we'll continue to work to try to find some solutions.
You talked about how the way the window is set up, it's unfortunate the timing of getting guys in. Do you feel like you guys still have a shot at the supporter shield and to really achieve goals that you guys have going forward?
Sure. If we improve our performances, I think the pieces that we've added are really good pieces. You see glimpses of it tonight with Brenner, with Dom, and with IU, but we got a little stretch here to work on some things and get these guys more acclimated with the group. But of course, there's belief in that group despite being down in the moment.
What did you see from Brenner specifically?
I thought our front three struggled to move with the game early on. I thought we tried to find moments to get them isolated 3v3, and some of the moments were good, but there wasn't enough. I think they're a physical team, and we know they're going to step up their pressure. So the movement has to be earlier. It has to be finding ways to be in sync with how you move off the ball and how you move behind at times. And I didn't think that was quick enough. And Brenner, we wanted to get him in deeper to see if we could let them be aggressive with their center backs off the line and then create isolation. Kevin in certain ways, or just invite pressure in ways where if they got isolated and we got out of that pressure, we got some really good switches of play to get Ender and Dom at times running with some space, but we just didn't do that.
Go ahead, Damon.
Coach, passing at times tonight was lacking. While specifically leading up to that goal that Philadelphia had, while Phillies looked a lot more crisp and consistent, how does FCC get to that point? And can you do it soon enough to make a deep run in?
We'll see. We got to be better with the ball and better under pressure. And if we're gonna struggle to play the game under pressure, it'll be hard. So we try to find solutions, find ways to get guys more time and space, but then some of it's just bad passing and individual mistakes that I don't think are specific to how the pressure's arriving. It's decision making. But if we can't improve in those areas and simplify some of the ways in which we can play, through pressure, around pressure, over the pressure, then it'll be a struggle. But we'll continue working to find those solutions.
Lucas had a unfortunate night. He struggled a little bit. Can you talk about why you kept it in as long as you did?
Positioning. If we were to find a goal, we really threw a lot at it out there at the end as far as attacking pieces, but you still need to be able to defend in transition and have the right pieces to see out some of those moments. So that was the reason for Lucas. Yeah, he had a stretch where it was just some some poor decisions on the ball. That's part of the rushing passes and not being composed enough. And but I think just structurally, that's why we had a moment.
With Jeff Noonan Técnico.
Coach, it looked like Philadelphia was really pressing quite a bit throughout this entire game. Was anything discussed at halftime to counteract their advance?
There's always discussions. The pressure was how we train during the week. It doesn't always mean you're going to find solutions and have success with it, but how we invited the pressure at times and just not being able to get the ball moving quick enough to get time for the next guy on the ball. But like I said, the moments where we did do it right, I don't think the front three moving with the game and understanding how to move off of each other to really put them in some tough situations was up to par tonight.
The international break is coming up this next week. Do you feel that's a good or a bad thing in terms of momentum within the team?
It depends. We'll have a group of guys that are away, so you're not with your full group, but we certainly have time to work on some things. So we'll see how we come out of it.
Partido, we'll go from back.
Hi, coach. This is Cincinnati. Hemos perdido 3 partidos de local. ¿Dónde está el error del equipo? ¿En la parte defensiva, en la parte ofensiva? ¿Y cómo se puede lograr el liderato de la tabla general?
3 losses in a row here, where you see the struggles both on the offensive side and the defensive side, and what do you think needs to be turned around in these 5 games at home?
I would say with the balls is pretty obvious of patience and then finding the goal. We're rushing some moments. We're lacking some patience. You can see that even tonight. But I think it's this urgency to find the goal and find the lead. And sometimes that leads to these stretches where we're trying to do too much or we're not finding the right simple pass that allows us to get into better positions to attack the goal. At times guys trying to make the play because we're desperate to find a goal, and it ends up being the wrong decision, and then that just compounds. So as far as the goals we conceded, I think those are pretty clear as to how we can eliminate that.
Buenas noches, profe, para Contragolpe TV. Hoy se queda con un hombre de más. ¿Qué le faltó al equipo, según su forma de pensar? ¿Qué le faltó al equipo para lograr aprovechar ese hombre de más que teníamos en la cancha?
Philadelphia had a red card in the season. You put 30 minutes of man up. What was lacking in those moments to take advantage of being man up?
To find the space to attack quickly, before they could get set. Sometimes it was, moving the ball side to side, but how do we attack with, real speed to eliminate the opportunities for them to really shift their lines and defend in front of goal with a compact shape. I thought those were the moments where we could have done a little bit better. I think the crossing moments and how we get the ball in front of goal, driven crosses that are in the air, not on the ground, those are tough to finish. So how you find clip balls, how you find early crosses, some of those moments could certainly be better. So like I said, a lot of rushed plays that I think, guys desperate to try to find a goal, and it wasn't meant to be.
Thank you.
When Luca came on, I was just wondering, consider switching him and an ender, or what were you hoping? Both of those kind of inverted.
Yeah, to eliminate the pressure that was riding from the outside backs. Something we worked on to try to break that initial pressure and then find some connections inside. Him on his left foot to find switches of play. I think we were getting the diagonal ball in a couple moments. We thought about switching it to get some more crosses, but then when it was Lucas towards the end, we thought we had the left foot service if we could get him there and then have the isolation of the 1v1 attack of Lucas. Thank you.